We're hot.
Good morning, Tuesday.
Good morning, Tuesday.
And welcome back to another episode of
We Shouldn't Have a Podcast, but we do. But we do. We shouldn't have a podcast, but we do. And you're listening to it.
My name is Lacey Cavalier Carmichael.
I'm Jackie Carmichael checking in.
Well, it's not technically Lacey Cavalier Carmichael yet because we know it's a whole process that I honestly need to do.
Yeah. Where are you in the process? I thought everything was already. You're talking about on actual documents, not legally, like as far as paperwork.
We're legally married, but I'm talking about my name.
Gotcha. I mean, it took Brittany, my my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, took her 3 years. So, I mean, you still got time.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. Like it's the sitting at the Social Security office. That's the biggest part because everything else, I went through like a name change service, and so they send you basically just all the documents you're gonna need to take into these places, but typically you have to go in to the actual government offices, and then it's just a crud show, for lack of better words. It's like sitting there for like 5 hours, and I went for 2 hours the first time and never got called, and I had to leave. So I'm gonna go back another day, but anyways.
Yeah, it is interesting to me that places like that they know people are going to need access to are just so poorly run.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know. That's a government facility for you.
In a sick, twisted way, I feel like they love that they're like making us wait.
Why you think? Why?
I don't know. There's always just this air about those places that are like, there's nothing you can do. Just sit there.
It's interesting. Yeah, that is
like the DMV. Everything, like they always seem to be a little spicy.
And they always have. So I've never understood that. Like these places, DMV, Social Security office, which I've never been to, but they'll have 6 kiosks or maybe even 8, and they'll have 2 people working.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, so maybe they just can't find the people to work. I don't know, but I do always notice that. It's like TSA, same thing.
Yeah, maybe I should get a job when season 2 ends at the Social Security office.
That'd actually be very smart. And then you could do your own thing, and then you could quit the next day.
Yeah.
Be smart. You could close it down like Kim K did for the DMV.
Oh my gosh. Did y'all see that episode where Kim Kardashian literally, I think it had just already closed. Like the DMV had already closed, but they stayed open for her. And she brought in her whole hair and makeup team just to get her license picture taken.
Light, everything. It was very much I said this while the episode was going. It's very much a Victoria Beckham move because Victoria Beckham did this years and years ago. But yeah, it was cute. It was like one of those things where it's like, yeah, you're Kim K. We do have to shut down the DMV for you if you want a new license.
Yeah, the way
was she getting her last name changed back or something?
I don't know, maybe. The way they produced it, it made it seem like she was there getting her hair done and makeup done for like 2 hours before she actually took the photo.
Yeah, the guy was asking, like, "Can you edit the photo? Can you airdrop us the photo so we can touch it up?"
Yeah, wild.
So we don't have that capability here. So, but yeah.
How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. I'm hanging out. I'm chilling. I'm thinking I have a basketball workout in a little while, and then I'm thinking about going to the golf course to hit some balls this afternoon.
Nice.
And that's really about it. I've had some wild dreams the past 2 nights.
I had wild dreams last night too.
I had some wild dreams the past 2 nights, and I don't know if it was the World War I documentary I was watching before I went to bed.
Did you even watch it? Because like a minute in, you were asleep.
So 2 things. So actually, I wanted to talk about this yesterday. I didn't get a chance to. So, this new movie coming out called Oppenheimer.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it, never understood it, didn't know what was going on, and yesterday evening I saw the World War I doc had dropped, and it's the one that's in full color. It's on Netflix. It's called I wish I could remember the name of it. Anyways, World War I documentary. And prior to that, I went, let me watch this Oppenheimer documentary because I don't know what it's about. I know it's Christopher Nolan. He's directed, not did he direct Shutter Island? I know he did Inception. He's done Batman. He's done all these movies. Really good director. And I watched this trailer last night, and it was about pretty much the Manhattan Project. I don't know if you know anything about the Manhattan Project. Mm-hmm. So it was the atomic bomb that was developed during World War I to that they were going to drop on Hiroshima, that they dropped on Japan. So I then went and watched the documentary on YouTube about Oppenheimer, and it's pretty insane, to be completely honest. Like, he was a very smart physicist that was like well-to-do, went to Harvard, and then decided that he met this woman. He was actually a communist and was kind of left in the Communist Party, and they knew that. They still brought him onto the project. He moved everything out to New Mexico, and I don't know if this is how the movie's going to depict it, but moved out to New Mexico, somewhere out in the middle of nowhere, and started building what was known as the Manhattan Project. And then they said once, obviously, he figured out what this bomb was going to do, they tested it, they knew everything that was going to happen. He was just a tormented soul for the rest of his life, because he knew that he had then given the power for man to destroy themselves. So I think it's already out.
That sounds fascinating.
It is very fascinating. I didn't get to finish it. It just came back home right when I was in the middle of it. So
do you need to take a beat? Do you need to take a beat?
Nope.
Coffee's not coffeeing.
Coffee is not yeah. I need to get back to the mushroom coffee, if I'm being completely honest.
You should do that.
Huh?
You should do that.
I'm just saying, from the standpoint of, I was telling you, I just felt maybe we should do that next week for the next brew of the week. It'd be smart.
Yeah, if you want.
Because I still have some in there.
Except Anyways. We're not podcasting next week. We're taking a break.
We are.
I'm looking forward to regrouping for season 3. What the vibes are going to be.
Yeah, me too. I am excited. Hopefully we don't get canceled.
After today's episode, we might.
What? Why you say that?
It's just, we're just like this.
No, nothing wrong with nothing wrong with the mellow podcast. You look great, by the way.
Oh wow, thank you.
Yeah, I love some camo.
Yeah, thank you. You too. You're wearing one of our favorite brands.
Talentless. So what else we got up?
Honestly, not a lot. Today's probably going to be a quick little episode. There wasn't a lot happening. So much so that this is, well, actually, I won't go there yet. First, it's Amazon Prime Day. So let's just remind you of that. If there's anything, Jack's excited about it. If there's anything that you've been wanting to purchase on Amazon, go do it now. It's Amazon Prime Day. Go get them. Go get the curtains. Go get the bed. Go get the I don't even know what. But yeah, my mom's already texted me this morning with links to things that she wants to get for the house and asking my thoughts. So Amazon Prime Day is off to the races.
Amazon Prime Day. Shout out.
Yep. We don't need anything. We will not be shopping Amazon Prime Day.
Yeah, I don't think I need anything from Amazon for probably the next 2 years.
I saw you got a package yesterday. What'd you order?
Remember the hat I was telling you about?
No, I don't remember.
The Atlanta.
Oh, gotcha.
The one I told you about?
Yeah. Okay. No, I remember. But this is how boring the news are today. One of the headlines was that Taylor Lautner.
Is it Lautner or Lautner? I thought it was Taylor Lautner.
Is saying that we've been pronouncing his last name wrong all of these years.
Dang.
And he just didn't want to say anything. He didn't want to cause a fuss.
Well, that's on him.
How would you say it?
I mean, I thought, and like I just said, Taylor Lautner.
Yeah, me too. Lautner.
Yeah.
But apparently it's Lautner.
Why would he let everyone say it wrong for? He was
A decade.
A decade. He was one of the biggest actors for a short period of time.
It is kind of wild.
That's weird. So were they saying it wrong at all of the red carpets and everything too?
Interviews.
Well, that honestly,
awards.
that kind of makes sense because he didn't even react when Kanye yanked the trophy or yanked the MTV Music Award out of Taylor Swift's hands, and he stood there. He stood there like a bozo. So that doesn't shock me, to be completely honest. Great. I'm sure he's a great guy.
I met him once at church.
Yeah. How was he? Did you pronounce his name wrong?
I didn't say his last name, but he didn't. He couldn't have cared less to have met me. No, he was nice. Like, it wasn't like he was being rude. I sat right behind him, and you know when
you sat behind him because you knew he was Taylor.
No.
Keep it real on the podcast. You said
I was sitting first, so how would that make sense?
So he saw you.
No.
Okay. Did you know who it was when you first sat down?
Yeah. You always want to say I'm hating on you.
No, I'm not hating.
Anyways,
I'm saying he was Teen Wolf. He was Mr. Teen Wolf.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
I would have sat behind him too.
I didn't sit behind him.
Oh, okay.
I was sitting down and he came and sat.
Okay.
But whatever. Anyway, so you know in the beginning of church where they're like, everyone greet someone around you.
Mm-hmm.
So I was so excited because I really wanted to greet him.
Yeah.
And I thought for sure once he shook my hand to greet me at church, that was going to be that. But it didn't work out that way.
You were going to be
Mrs. Lautner.
No, Bella. What was the girl from Twilight?
I don't know. My parents
Kristen Storm's character. I think it was Bella. That is funny though that you say that because his wife's name is actually Taylor. So Taylor Lautner, and then they were doing the Spider-Man thing with him and Taylor Swift. That was actually really funny.
Yeah.
That is really, really funny. But
oh yeah, Annie dated Taylor Swift. Wow.
Yep.
Taylor and Taylor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a big. That's what I thought you were gonna bring up is that was like going on social media a couple of days ago. I saw it. They were doing the little thing.
No, I think he either has a podcast or he was a guest on someone's podcast, and the whole last name thing came up.
Yeah, that's strange. I don't get that. Danielle Jonas.
Oh yeah, do you know who that is?
I assume it's one of the Jonas Brothers' wives.
Do you know which Jonas brother?
I want to say Kevin.
Yep.
So they had the show on E. Yep.
It's his wife, and she got approached about being on Real Housewives of New Jersey, and she said no.
Not shocked.
She said they will kill me.
I can see that. Yeah,
basically her and Kevin implied that they would be eaten alive. Kevin didn't want to give the other housewives tickets to all their shows, and that it would be too intense for their life.
That's real. Weren't they kind of struggling at one point after the show? Like they did.
I don't know.
They did E. I thought something came out that they were actually like having some issues during the show. That's why it didn't come back because people liked the show that they had on E.
Mm.
I mean, good for them. I mean, Real Housewives of New Jersey, I mean, is probably one of the more chaotic ones as of recent. Yeah. So I can understand why they probably wouldn't want to
protect their peace.
And all those women are so like everyone's so I want the storyline that somebody would try to create beef with her.
For sure.
And they don't want that type of attention, you know. They got Nick over there doing America's Got Talent. Not America's Got Talent.
I have no clue.
Whatever he's doing. They just don't want to mess up the brand. I get that.
Yeah, I have no clue. And then you wanted to talk about Kim K and her ghost.
Kim K and her ghost. I'm weak. Why you say it like that?
And you wanted to talk about Kim K and her ghost.
I'm saying I thought we had both yesterday. We both were talking about this, and I thought it was super interesting. You had seen it before me. Mm-hmm. Allegedly, apparently. Kim K posted a photo yesterday in her bedroom or living room. I couldn't tell.
I thought it was like a hotel room. I don't know.
Was it a hotel room? Maybe it was a hotel room. And she said that she had taken this photo, never really noticed anything, and then was going back through her camera roll and saw that there was she's also said that she was by herself, and there is a clear shadow of a what looks to be a woman in the background. So that's really odd and really strange, but you know,
Yeah.
in the grand scheme of things, I mean, it could have been a guardian angel. You know, I don't want to assume it was anything bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was crazy.
Wild. You never told us about your dream.
You told me about yours first, because I low key, it's mine's a little, has like, you know how the
Left
dreams
you?
is kind of, just kind of like drizzle a little bit. That's where mine is kind of like went to, where I'm like, I wouldn't be able to tell you a cohesive thing, but you tell us
I
about
can
yours.
only remember a little part of mine.
Yeah, tell us about yours.
I bought a Prada bag,
Mm-hmm.
a silver baguette looking Prada bag, and didn't look at the price. Bought it
Gosh.
when was out and about with some friends, and I realized, I was like, oh my gosh, I never checked the price. And I was like, we all Google how much this bag is. They Googled it and they were like, oh, it's either 5,000 or 6,000. And I was like, oh my gosh, we have to go back to the store right now and return it. And on the way to the store, I passed Kris Jenner, and Kris Jenner saw my outfit. My outfit was like misguided and like Fashion Nova, but I had a Prada bag, and she complimented my outfit and not the bag. And I was like, it was really like kind of a lesson.
I was going to say that sounds, typically you wonder what dreams are about. That sounds like what lesson did you think you learned from that?
You just don't need it. You don't need the fancy stuff. And I mean, I've literally never bought a designer item. So I don't know why I had a dream about this. I don't probably because I watched a YouTube video of a girl like showing what she bought in Paris and it was all designer. I don't know.
And you're wondering what price it was?
Maybe. Honestly, yeah. Actually, that's exactly what it was. Because I was sitting there thinking, she was like, I didn't get much. And she got like a Chanel bag, 2 pairs of Chanel shoes, like I'm like, oh gosh, like that's easy, like 30K. I don't know, 25.
Yeah, Chanel. Yeah, she ran it up a little bit.
And she was like, so we didn't get much, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't help but like sit there and price it out in my head.
Yeah, was it Chanel vintage or was it just regular Chanel?
Regular Chanel.
Interesting.
Anyways, so that was my dream.
So I take it as I was gonna go get you a Birkin. You don't want a Birkin?
I'm good. I'm chilling.
Cool. Good to know.
But yeah, you're done with your dream?
Yeah, I honestly, I don't remember it, to be completely honest with you. I mean, like I said, it's just like I was at a hotel. It was like, it was just really, really fuzzy in the sense of like, it just was just a lot of like running around type of thing. Like where it's like, I was in one spot and then I was in it wasn't cohesive. Like I said, like it doesn't make sense. So,
Okay.
the last thing that I have, where are we at? We might go for record right here and post the shortest video that we've had. So Timothy Chalamet reveals that Wonka trailer will be releasing tomorrow.
Oh,
and
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I am too. I think Timothy Chalamet is a great actor. And I think this has been shot. I think that they've filmed it, and I think I don't know if why they waited so long to not release it, because I remember seeing something about this like 3-4 years ago. Maybe it just took that long to shoot and actually do all the CGI for it. But it's a young Willy Wonka, so it's not Wonka in the sense of like how or like when all like Charlie and all them show up. It's like how he essentially started the Wonka factory, how he got the Oompa Loompas there.
Oh, I'm excited about that.
I'm gonna definitely have to pull up with some popcorn in a Wonka bar.
For sure.
So that's really all I got. It was a little bit slow today.
Slow today.
Wimbledon. I think, what's today's date? Today is the 11th. Yeah, we got Wimbledon today. I think they're top 8. So championship game is on Sunday. Djokovic won yesterday in top 16, top 8. I think top 8. So maybe he's moved on to the quarterfinal. I apologize. So that's all I really got.
This is a podcast of a whole lot of nothing, but
That's the
we just
spirit.
wanted to we just wanted to make sure if you need our voice in the mornings, we want to give it to you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Some days it just be like that, you know? Some
I would
days it
agree.
be like that with your co-host, and some days it be like that in the news. But we're
You
here.
seem like there's something you want to talk about.
No,
Okay.
nothing I want to talk about. But no, thank you guys for listening. I can't believe we broke a record today. This is kind of huge. I mean, I guess if you think about it, like, it's kind of a huge day, kind of a huge podcast. So yeah, thank you guys for listening.
Yes. Thank you guys for listening.
Happy Tuesday.
Glad we could check in with y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Check out the Instagram page.
Yes.
That's
Without
all.
us, you wouldn't know how to say Taylor Lautner.
Taylor Lautner.
So you are welcome. And we will
That's pretty
talk to you
crazy.
guys tomorrow. And you better believe it's going to be the best episode you've ever heard in your life.
I hope so.
Peace.
All right. Bye, guys.